Let's go again. This is this first roast we've gone double roast.
Yeah.
Just because you have a champagne taste. So then the peach Barty.
So this is the one I'm not convinced about. You're telling me it's going to be champagne, but your description of it doesn't. But so it's going to be interesting. But if it is the best, you know.
Well, I think for a man with such high grade taste.
Well, this is what, yeah.
And that you like your espresso. This is not espresso. This is purely about filter. Same caffeine level, but when it comes to, this is purely about pairing your food with something that you're ending with. This is like another level of coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you would be paying $28-30 for a cup of coffee.
Wow, yeah.
Because it's a long black style of coffee.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's do that. Let's roast another one. This is the peach Barty, which is 0755. We'll just pick that one up. Background, load. 0755. I haven't roasted this one in a while, but I thought you'd love it. Your personality is that is a beautiful cup on a day to day, but this peach Barty fucking is another level. 191 degrees.
So quite a bit higher then.
So I'm just going to turn it up.
Is that because it's got more moisture in it, or?
It's a bigger bean,
Okay.
more moisture, different. Again, a super light.
Is this a bigger bean? Is that big?
I don't know.
Is that not the one? Or?
Yeah, no, that is the one, but I don't have any more green to compare it with, unless you're going to run upstairs. But this is a washed versus the honey, which was a natural, right? Which was like. So, okay, so is that guy on? It is on. We're going to get it to 190. But yeah, just going back on, when it comes to Saturdays, for me, it's really all about, being present. And as you know, massive advocate for mental health.
Yeah.
This is, cycling and running's my, my fitness release. And for my mental, coffee's my mental release. So I know, work 7 days a week, when it comes to trying to manage our mental health, Saturday mornings for me are roasting all the profiles, all the orders, and it's just being really present, like you said earlier. We would just I lost myself in just how.
Well, you have to focus. So it basically it just distracts, not distracts. It gives you a purpose, and then that's good. It's
So I quite enjoy that.
I like this. It's almost like DJing or something like that.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Well, it totally is. Some of the YouTube videos that I've been making, when I'm profiling new coffees, I'm literally just banging on the tunes and just getting into it. I absolutely love it. So good old house, techno house, deep house, being the old cats we are. I love it. So I'm just going to take up the temperature to 180, 190, so it's still a bit. So yeah, I know you use cycling as a bit of a mental health release.
Yeah, 100%. It's otherwise, because last year when I didn't, I think I went 4 days, so we were stood down from work, so that was quite difficult because obviously no one was travelling and we're a travel retailer. And then I did 4 days for whatever reason not cycling, and I properly noticed it. And during that period, I was like, because your kind of mental state isn't great. I was going up. I think I increased. I normally do say 600 kilometers a month, and during the COVID months, I was doing 950 kilometers a month, just because I knew my head wasn't
a clear head.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's funny, it's funny. Us dudes, we have to do man time. We have to go and have a few beers or go for a ride to be able to clear your head. It's just how we're programmed.
Yeah, and it's So I've started playing golf a bit as well, and then
Really? You live on a golf course.
Yeah, exactly. Live on a golf course, and then and with some of the guys, you grab a few beers and you go around, and that's good because it's basically going to the pub. I find the pub a bit boring sometimes. I've got to be doing something otherwise, and golf's pretty good to do that. And so when I've played without beers and I don't enjoy it, it's got to have a
So a beer a hole. Does Marie know about that?
yeah, of course. Yeah, no, we don't. It's not beer a hole. It's like not. You'd have a 6-pack in like
nice
in 9.
Yeah, so that's all right. Yeah. That's good. That's good. It's and do you think you've searched for what keeps you grounded, or is it just everyone's different, right?
Yeah.
I do coffee, you do golf.
Yeah.
It's actually, I was hanging out with one of the other boys, and he was like, well, I just don't have anything. And I'm like, well, this is the process. You have to, as you get older, and obviously you've got kids and a wife and job, all that sort of stuff, there's not a lot of time we give to ourselves to go and do stuff to make sure that you don't fuck up shit.
So my new thing, Marie got me a guitar. And it's like
I can't see you playing guitar.
I learned when I was
Really?
younger. When I was like, I guess 15. Me and my mate Vic, we both started learning the guitar at the same stage. We were at school together, and he carried on, and I stopped.
Yeah.
But I always liked it.
Wow.
And
are you any good?
I'm shit, but Tilly's learning to play the guitar as well.
How good!
And so she doesn't like playing with me, but she's got the lessons. So she's showing me some of the scales, and I know some of the chords. So I found that quite good. So my fingers are starting to harden up again. Right. But yeah, Marie she was going to give it to me for my birthday in August, and so she hunted it down, and then because of all the bad news and stuff that I got, she sort of gave it to me to cheer me up.
Oh.
And so
that's so good.
Yeah, so I had it was good.
Next roast along, you're going to bring your guitar.
I'll bring the guitar. You'll be playing my music to your roast. It won't be house. It'll be. At the moment, it's very melancholy, like songs that I seem to
kind of Coldplay.
Yeah, even worse. It's almost like I'll have to find what's the most melancholy song you can think of.
To me, it's Coldplay. Rainy day at a pub in London.
Like if you thought Dylan socially would write melancholy songs.
Yeah.
They're more melancholy than that.
Fuck.
It's like there's something in there that needs to get out.
Well, you are going through a pretty tough time. Not going to disclose because what's going on, but it's really cool to see that you've found a little hobby that you're tinkering with. That's really cool.
The reason I think one of the reasons.
Hang on, keep going, but I've got to focus on this guy.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I think Reed gave me the guitar is so my hobbies to keep me, sane are cycling, golf. There's nothing that actually is properly relaxing. Like all of the things that I do to de-stress cause stress on the body. So right. I think she's like.
I mean, I use running as a massive de-stress. I've signed up for the June Barty Strava challenge.
Oh yeah.
Where we're giving away. Well, we're supporting everyone that is going to. Hang on. We're supporting everyone that joins a Strava challenge. Yeah. So run for the month of June. You have to run either 5, 15, 20. 100 or 200 or 300k through the month, and every week you go into our subscription where every week you get a coffee. So it's our way to support you.
Or you can.
Well, you just got to join the challenge, whether you do it or not. It's not really the point. The point is Barty's getting behind you. Hang on, shit. Barty's getting behind you to either to get a little bit in shape for the month of June.
Yeah, no, that's good. Because you need to get it,
Right. Well, I signed up to do 300 last month. I only got to 165 pounds.
Yeah, I have noticed this with you before, is that you set yourself these challenges that, I'll be honest, are completely unrealistic. Like if you haven't run, but the strain on you. So to run. So you said you hadn't run, which And so I know you can run 300 kilometres in a month, but to run it when you haven't run, to do it straight away.
I know, yeah, good point. So I do have some regret spends from last month. So I've got 165 for this month. So I said I'd do 165 in the next 2 weeks from last week. So I've got another week and a half to do. But I actually now feel run fit.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing because the thing I found. So I did a run, my first run in maybe 3 years.
So we dropped it to. It's weird. We dropped it too light. So I'm going to have to now get it up to a.
It's still, but the thing is, look at the starting point. It's still following the same profile though. It's just a bit. The temperature is just a bit lighter, but it's following the same trajectory.
Well, we'll get. I don't think it's all about the drop. So, but it's 7 points of a degrees below. So I'm just going to try and bring it back up to temperature, and then I'm going to leave it.
But yeah, that running thing, like, so I ran for the first time in like years because I cycled, and when we went down to Foster, and so my pace was fine. I was doing like 5 minute kilometres, you know, which isn't bad when you haven't run, but my legs, that I could feel when I was running, just the strain on the legs, and there's no way I could run the next day. Yeah,
it's a lot to do with the shoes, and obviously being fit, right? Yeah. Running is really all about your weight, the shoes, and then just strength. So when you haven't run for ages, like you're fat.
And then my issue. I was cycling, so I was fine there, but it was the shins that I found. Oh look, here we go. That's.
I'm just going to bring it up. That should now get to a place. That should now pop. It should. I might give it some more air. So yeah, check them out. So this is, you've got to be really gentle with these beans.
So can you change
the speed? The rate of yeah. So I've all tested all of that.
Yeah. So where does the speed get measured on this? Or?
No, it's behind here. See that guy there?
Yeah.
The speed.
Ah, okay.
Okay, that should pick up. Yeah, so I reckon I'm like this month I'll probably smash another 200, but I'm quite enjoying it. Obviously, again for some mental health relaxation.
And I think that's the correct thing to do is to scale into it. Like.
Slowly. So tomorrow I'm going to run to Manly and back. Do the Bondi to Manly back
So
walk.
What route's that? Over the bridge, through Kirribilli?
Yeah, well just over the bridge straight down Military Road, and then out to the wharf, and then back in the winding road.
So if I ride to Manly and back, it's a 50-kilometre ride?
No, it's 80. On the way back, you're going through all the heads.
So you're going to run it?
Yeah.
Or are you going to try
walk, run?
Okay.
It's pretty mental.
Yeah. So the walking part, I know that you'd be able to do that, but the running, that'd be the strain on the body.
Yeah, it's all right.
The only problem with that run is, like, some of it is really nice, but the Military Road part just
isn't on the way down is fine, but then we did the walk last weekend. We took the ferry to Manly, and then you can walk on the bays all the way down. That was quite nice. It's all basically on the foreshore of Tonga Zoo and all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see now. I've brought that up, that pink line. I'm just gonna give this one a bit more juice.
But it's perfect at the moment.
Well, no, it's the green. It's both. You have the green and the pink.
Yeah.
All those lines together. So I've just brought that guy up, and this is where I'm calling. So this is dry end. So this is green. It's close to dry end, but I don't think it's dry end yet. So let's just smell that. not really.
Yeah, see, the smell of this one, I much prefer the smell of the last one.
Yeah, because you're a chocolate addict.
I still can't get the peaches or any...
You will when we brew it. I'm really excited about putting this one in the can. A $40 can.
Yeah. But if you put, you know what, there's with this whole specialty coffee, I think in Australia there's obviously a Australia's like sophisticated with the coffee market, but and we were talking to Grant about that.
Not really.
With their coffee in cafes, they're
right. Everyone's selling coffee. Got it.
But it's the specialty side that they're not, and people's perception of what the price should be is very much stuck at you know, that $4.50. So the education process of getting someone to go from a $4.50 cup to a $25 cup when they don't understand the varietals and the beans and the differences and all of this.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be the challenge. Like,
so let's talk about Dom Perignon.
Yeah.
We know it's good. If you've never tasted it, you should.
But it's been around for about 300 years or
correct. 400
years, whatever. Yeah,
so, I mean, you know, specialty coffee's been around for years.
But the marketability of it. So champagne's always been drunk. You know, in the last 100 years, it's, you know, the perception, I guess, of it has even increased even further.
Much lighter colour.
Yeah.
So let's smell that. It's hot.
Yeah, I know that. Don't burn me.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. Okay, I'm going to let it go now.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going into first crack. So look at this bean. Oh, this is exactly where I want it to be. See how it's like, I don't know, those whites.
Yeah.
Kind of white. I don't know. That's just part of how this bean roasts. Like rock stuff.
So are there any specialty coffee places in Australia?
Yeah, there is. There's two really like high-end coffee cafes. Sensory Lab, I think it's in the city, where they do sell like super specialty. But the thing is, with specialty, again, like I was talking about the flow of the cafe, that's really important, right? The other thing is, when you buy specialty, you've got to store it. Like I've got a community room, right? But it's also, these specialty lots are lots of coffee. Coffee takes 4 years to grow. So when a lot is ready to be sold, well, when it's picked and then graded and blah, then you go to an auction and go, I want to buy that entire lot. Yeah. And so this is why we're getting really close, obviously, with Grant, because then we can, you know, use... I'm just waiting for first crack. It'll come, but we're close. Working with Grant, I think we'll probably cover it when we're cupping this, but it's about farm to cup. A lot of shit happens. A lot of shit happens in the middle that a lot of the coffee gets lost in translation.
Oh, there you go.
No, but it's got to be like a staccato effect.
Well, the first one went, so let's...
I think...
Right.
There we go. I'm going to call it there.
Yeah.
Call it there. So this peach Barty is 12%.
Do you need to lower the... What's this one? Do you need to lower the temperature or the...
No, I'm cool. I'm just letting it go now.
Down.
I'm just going to give it more air. And this is 12%. This coffee's fucking amazing. Yeah, so the farm to cup is really, really important. And this is where I want to take Barty, the coffee company, to be able to be made to order and sourced straight to cup. And it's something that nobody's doing at the moment because, you know, we're coffee industry, putting coffee in a can, coffee cafes, it's all based on volume.
But that's okay with filter though, isn't it? So what if you don't want filter coffee?
Well, it's just different profile for different coffee profile, different method. All coffees are made differently. So I'm just gonna drop this. Coffee, I'm just gonna concentrate, sorry, 12. All right, we're good. So every coffee varietal, the way it's grown, is for a specific application, like V60 or an espresso or a French press, whatever, right? They're all made a certain way, are grown a certain way. I then roast them a certain way for that application. So there's certain beans that everyone uses for everything.
Yeah.
Like our green Barty, really versatile. You can espresso it, you can put it on milk, you can put it in a V60. But it's like, for me, it's a perfect milk-based coffee. Tastes like a milkshake in a cup on soy or normal fat milk. So that's a really light roast. $12.6. But you're right there. What's a little bit over 12.6. But followed that chart quite closely. So I'm just going to close that. Yeah, so just to the point of pricing, I really wanted just to unpack that with you. I think there's a massive awareness piece, and you're quite right. You know, Dom Perignon have been around for so long, people just know. But I think Dom as a product has always been really expensive because of the time it takes, right? And people have, and I guess the way they went, the way they went to market was, it's just that price, take it or leave it. And I've done that forever. We in the coffee industry are like, well, taste it. Here's a little bit of free coffee, but actually it's really expensive from farm all the way to cup. There's no way coffee can be $4.50.
And there's probably another thing in there. Obviously, champagne has to come from the Champagne region, otherwise it's not champagne. And there's all of all of these types of perceptions, whereas coffee beans come from all over, and they come from countries that are traditionally poor, and so they can be exploited by bigger, Western essentially.
Yeah, right.